If your emotions are your soul food, my question to you is, what are you feeding yourself? If your emotions are your soul food, what are you feeding yourself? Because everybody not alive because they living. Everybody is not alive because they living. And while y'all marinate on that, stillness and abundance, loving like health and wholeness. Stillness and abundance, loving like health and wholeness. Stillness and abundance, loving like health and wholeness. To the cosmic consciousness, soul control, family and soul tribe. I hope everybody's feeling good for no reason at all. Radiating, vibrating, operating, emanating, exuding the highest version of your best self in this current moment. As for me, I'm feeling good for no reason at all. Radiating, vibrating, operating, emanating, exuding. You hear me? The highest version of my best self in this current time. I hope everybody is feeling good for no reason at all. If you don't have one, find one before we go any further, because feeling good is feeling God. My name is Sawu. Today's card was authority, fourth house, foundation, stability. We're going to see what it says. We're going to get right on in. Foundation, authority, part itself, authority. Authority, 33, page 33, that's a master number. Authority. You gotta be a master builder to stand in your authority, you hear me? This card represents the masculine qualities of leadership, logic, strength, wisdom, and power. When this card emerges, it acts as a teaching tool, and in so doing, it is encouraging you to develop or reignite these qualities and tap into the masculine aspects of yourself. Leadership, logic, strength, wisdom, and power. Other traits also included are good reasoning and problem-solving skills. That's that Solomon frequency we read about a few weeks ago. Being grounded and learning to develop strong mental control over free-reigning emotions. That's that. We just read it. What that was we just read. Jacob. That's that Jacob faculty. Strong mental control over free-reigning emotions. Oftentimes, this card appears to symbolize a father figure or an individual of wise authority who may present in your life or who may be present, part self, in your life. I'm gonna read it, I'm gonna back it up so it flows. Oftentimes, this card appears to symbolize a father figure or an individual of wise authority who may be present in your life. It could be someone of high influence in business or a prudent friend who uses logic and reason to create a positive outcome. Ask yourself whether it's time to take on and emulate similar qualities. Ask yourself, is it time to take on and operate in similar qualities? I remixed it. Now, I repeat, now, and I repeat one more time, now is when you must act like a leader and exert your will by incorporating form and structure. That's Jacob and that's Esau. Now is when you must act like a leader and exert your will by incorporating form and structure into ideas, plans, and foundations. It's time to stop talking and act in order to achieve what you want, what you must. It's time to stop talking and act in order to achieve what you must. It's time to, in other words, it's time to get in alignment with our assignment. Use the qualities and character of the authority card so that when you need to make a choice, you approach it from a place of wisdom, rationality, logic, and grace, rather than one of foolishness, belligerence, greed, bitterness, or self-centeredness. The way in which you acquire, handle, and wield power and authority is now being tested. We're being tested on the field, family. It's real in the field, so we're being tested each and every day. That's why consistency is key, you know. That's why I started out the way I started out, but I ain't know that was the reason why I was started out, that I was starting out like that until the card just, you know, confirmed it. If your emotions are your soul food, what are you feeding yourself? Because everybody not living because they're alive. You gotta know how to feel, you hear me? See, it's only the same if you don't choose to do something different. It's only the same if you don't choose to do something different. And I was built different for a reason, but we'll get back to that a little later. It's only the same if you didn't choose to do something different. I hope somebody listening. Now, most people who may hear that will immediately receive or immediately receive what I just said from a surface, external, or material point of view. 9 times out of 10. That Esau consciousness. But my people, the soul tribe, they know anytime that I say something, it's a way deeper meaning. It's a way deeper understanding. It's a way higher spiritual aspect. Not only to what I said and what I said, but in anything I share, whenever I say anything at all. I say that because to escape the hatred, you gotta see your love. You gotta keep your cup full of love. Let me take a shot with y'all. But to escape the matrix, you gotta free your mind. To escape the hatred, you gotta see your love. But to escape the matrix, you gotta free your mind. Now, I could lead you to the water, but I can't make you drink. Hopefully, we sensible enough to know that we have to do that on our own. So if you take a sip, remember, there is no cup. If you don't listen, you're gonna miss it. There is no cup. See, we all been given something. And truth different at different levels. But what you gonna do with what you already got? It's easy to want more. And it's okay to want more. But what are we doing with what we already been given? Internally and out. How do we appreciate what we all been given? Internally and without. You hear me? What are you gonna do with what you already got? Internally and without. You hear me? See, abundance just ain't. Abundance work both ways. See, this the truth that ain't been told. Abundance work both ways. You could be full of abundance and good, and you could be full of abundance in the shit. Abundance go both ways, just like most things. Even a one-way street go both ways. Sometimes you might have to park your car next to the curb so you can get out and walk the other way. If you don't listen, you're gonna miss it. You hear me? It's wisdom. Remember, anybody growing in your life, or let me rephrase that, anybody not growing in your life gonna try to hold on to the old version of you. So I hope we're doing something every day to stay clean. You hear me? You can give yourself an excuse, or you can give yourself the truth. I appreciate the Soul Tribe and family that come through, you know, that be consistent, cause I'm consistent, you know, cause consistency should reflect itself. You hear me? Especially if yourself is your first priority, like myself is my first priority. You hear me? Otherwise, if not me, who would be doing it the way that I'm doing it? You hear me? Popularity ain't always about numbers. You hear me? These the places that need to be these the places that need to be traveled into that people don't go into. You know, metaphysically and surface wise. But you know, it's a reason for everything. I was built different for a reason, for this time, for this season, for no reason at all. You don't listen, you're gonna miss it. I say that just to say this, family. I ain't here to pump us up just so we can feel good. I'm here to provoke us to get right with ourselves, to get healed within ourselves, to stay built up within ourselves. Not ask Jesus to do it, not ask Muhammad to do it. Cause somebody told me I don't need to, somebody commented on, had the nerve to comment on my page. We don't need to look at ourselves. We need to depend on something else outside us. You hear me? How that gonna work? But as I was saying, I'm here to provoke us to get right with ourselves. Because even Jesus said, these works that I do, you shall do also, and greater works than these shall you do. Because he had to return back to the Father, whatever Father he went to. So that when I understand what that says, what I just said, according to what they say was said, man, that let me know that I gotta do it myself, man. I gotta do this work. You hear me? Shadow work. I gotta stand in my authority, my Christ consciousness. You know, it's a whole bunch of sons, including the daughters. You hear me? And the daughters was here before us. But if you don't listen, you're gonna miss it. Well, that's a whole nother can of worms too. You know. But yeah, I'm here to provoke us to get right with ourselves. And when we right with ourselves, you can feel good for no reason at all. Whenever you get ready to, you hear me? You don't need no outside source. You don't need no spark. You hear me? You don't need no outside source. These works that I do, you shall do also. I'm speaking as Yeshua spoke. These works that I do, you shall do also, and greater works than these shall you do. But cause I ain't going nowhere. You hear me? Yeah. If you don't listen, you gonna miss it. But I just said that to say, you won't need nothing outside. Cause the only way out, family, is within. You heard? The ugly truth better than a pretty lie. And this is Cosmic Consciousness. Stillness and abundance, love, light, health, and wholeness. The day's emojis will be in the month of February. Let me see. Pisces. Put a fish. The day's emoji will be a fish. I don't know if they got one, but I'm sure they do. You hear me? The day's emoji for the end of the month raffle, which is a few days away, will be a fish. Please place a fish in the comment section. If you're a family and Soul Tribe, you know what to do. But new subscribers, salute. I do a raffle at the end of the month. You must be subscribed. And if you are a new subscriber, you are subscribed. If you watch the video, just place an emoji in the comment section. It's as simple as that to be submitted for the end of the month raffle. Other than that, it's a fish. Once again, feel good for no reason at all, because feeling good is feeling God. And as y'all have heard me say before, I ain't said it in a minute, we're going to finish this one way better than we appear. All you got to do is stick with me. You heard? I love y'all. My name is Sawu. Peace, family.